Mommy, 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 mommy seekers. Hey, how are you? If nobody's told you all day, you're doing an amazing job. Thanks for coming over to Mommy Seekers International. It's a pleasure to have you. My name is Chantrell Lori, and I'm so grateful to be sharing my content with you. Enjoy.
Hello all. My lips dry. I'm eating a slider from Arby's. I got the kids a slider. This is our in-between time. I already had a chance to pick up Josh. Yes, I have decided to follow Jesus. I'm going to talk about that today, y'all. You know, with a humble heart, I want to announce to you that it takes self-denial to follow Jesus. You can't just be a follower of Jesus and say you're a follower of Jesus without actually doing the action. And the deed work. Like, the words are good. That's awesome. Because from out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. But there has to be a changing in your habits, in your pattern, the way you do life, the way you see people, the way you see relationships. And today I want to give an example. So let's just do a grateful segment. Yes, y'all, I took my hair out, put some little oils in it. Praise God, I washed it really good. So we're gonna see what happens next. But I'm grateful that I'm not going to give up on my YouTube channel. Because I was getting a little weary. I've been in this state where I'm trying to learn so much about myself and reclaim what's mine as a woman. And I've been kind of like tired and weary when it comes to posting, editing. And it's something that I actually love to do, but I think since I got the kids back into school, things have kind of changed. So you got to do a new routine now. Things look different during the day. And yeah, so I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try to give it all I got. And giving it all I got means that I'm not here for people, but really do what's in my heart to do, because this is something I want to do, and I just gotta stay consistent at it. Of course, I want to see growth and improvement and see if other people are being encouraged and blessed by the many seasons of my life. But I gotta stay consistent, so I just thought I would say that. Okay, I have decided. Here, you finish? You finish?
Yeah.
Yes, what?
Yes, ma'am.
Drink some of this. Josh, you want to say hey to the people?
Hi.
You want to tell the people what you like to do? You like to take pictures?
Yeah, I like to take pictures. But then I like to play that game.
You like to take pictures and you like to play the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like to play game computers.
Oh, and you like to play the game on the computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Wildcats.
Oh, and you love Wildcrafts. All right. Thanks for sharing, Joshy. All right, that's our VPK guy. I love him so much. Okay, you go sit down, put your seatbelt on. The other one's for Maya, because she only had one.
But I'm gonna get some snacks.
Yeah, I gave you your 2 sliders. That's only for snack, Josh. Well, snack / lunch. But I'll get you some fries in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. So go put on your seatbelt. I have decided. So there is someone who I came in contact with, and I had a trigger response yesterday. And I felt anxiety in my chest. My heart was racing because this person, the way their body language was, it threw me into a place where I felt the need that I had to respond. And when I feel like I am anxiously having to respond to something, majority of the times, it's not out of the Spirit of God that's leading me. It's out of past experiences before this person that I was able to interact with. So long story short, I was able to listen to some content, and this morning I had a chance to read Codependent No More again. And I see that if I'm having internal trauma from people's outside behavior, that still means people have too much control over what I believe about myself and how I perceive the world. Josh, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stay with Mama.
Okay, but what did I tell you to do?
Sit down.
You're not only just supposed to sit down, but you're supposed to put on your seatbelt. So for me, outwardly, the reactions of this other person, I found it to be negative against me. And I took it personal. But me not realizing that other people go through different things that I don't even know, that I haven't even had a chance to experience. And so stepping outside of myself and somewhat trying to do some internal work, I was just thinking about the circumstance and how I got this from a psychologist, but she stated, and now I got to put the content for her, or her name rather, but she stated in a live talk with another, I think, therapist or psychologist, she stated that we as adults don't understand how to respond and complete our response. So if something is happening in the moment, we don't know how to follow through and complete all the way to now I've gotten a release from the situation and I don't have to walk away, or I don't have to dream or think about this situation. You got some toys? And I don't have to dream and think about this situation to the point where, like my husband says, I think about more arguments or how I could have behaved outside of the moment versus in the moment. Because in the moment, it's almost like my emotions take over and I don't want to see clarity in the situation. So long story short, I was thinking about following through and what that would have looked like in that particular circumstance. And to me, in that moment, it would have looked like me rendering evil for evil. So sometimes it's not always good to respond right away. But coming out of that, I was able to think about this person's position and the position they've had all day. And then I was able to bring to the table what I encounter meeting them and them not knowing my position as well. So because of that, I was able to add grace and love. So I was like, you know what? This is how I can do this situation. So it can help take the pressure off of how I felt in that moment, but still yet use courtesy to this other person that doesn't know me from Timbuktu. What am I telling you today? I'm telling you that there are moments and times where us behaving like a Christian will pay off for us. Do we feel like a lot of other people are getting the upper hand, or they're winning, or, you know, the Bible even tells us not to despise evildoers? Yes. But in the moment, you want to make someone aware that you're not going to bow down to whatever request they have. But also in doing that, you forfeit God's ideal manuscript and work for love. So there are some times where you can't speak in the moment, and you said, okay, if you are able to come back to this person. If you're not, then that's a whole nother step of forgiving someone and moving on that you have to take with Jesus. But if you are, I'm speaking in reference to you being able to confront the person that you have an offense with. The Bible teaches us about doing that, about you going to your brother in love. And if, you know, the Bible teaches us a biblical stance of it. And so what I want to share with you is that you have to decide who you're always going to be to your kids, your family, the world. And I'm still in the stage of finding out my identity in Christ, because life keeps being altered and changed. But I'm trying to teach myself that just because life is being altered and changed, it does not mean I have to change my love. I have to change my position on how I see God. That doesn't mean I have to change my position on how I love my family, how I love my husband. That means I need to be more intentional about how I love, how I show up. Because the enemy is ready to make me look like a fool. And so I just want to tell you today, wherever you are, the quote is, I have decided. How have you decided to be more like Jesus today? How has your encounter with God changed your life in such a way that you want to give that same portion to somebody else? And unfortunately, I'm not talking about best friends, even though that's a blessing, but I'm talking about enemies. I'm talking about people that may not have your best interest at heart. If you follow God's manual that He left for us, you'll be able to see things that may be tripping you up in your communication style, and you're taking things too personal, and you're not seeing outside of yourself. Today is your moment to say, I'm going to decide to show up in the way that Jesus would. Even if it means me humbling myself or me changing my position and how I communicate to others. God bless you.
Yeah. You see, mommy, I was trying to record stuff. See, mommy? Yeah. See, mommy? Hey, mommy, why you always trying to record stuff, mommy? Huh? Huh? What do you talking about, too? What you got to say over there, Philip? Let me the my chips. Yeah? My chips. Yeah.
A father's love is so strong that his commitment tells me in a smile and a hug that I got you. I got you, baby girl. Well, this is my spill, and thank you so much for being a part of Mommy Seekers International.